Guys, in this video, we're going back to my friend William, you know, the tree guy with the beard. You've seen him in my videos. We did a shop tour at his shop a couple years ago. It's freaking incredible, and he did an update. You have to see this. I'm so excited because William is my mentor, and he taught me how to do tree work and tree trimming and all that stuff. That it's the most profitable service we do. You got to see this right now.
What's up, everyone? My name's William, owner-operator of Young Masters Tree Service here in Southeast Michigan. Some of you have seen me on this channel before. If not, it's nice to meet you. Here's a 2025 update on my outfit. Let's go. So I run my operation out of this rental yard. I've got a 40-foot by 70-foot space that I try to utilize to its max. One of the things that I first did was this shipping container. Originally, the shipping container was red. I found out that got too hot too quick, so I painted it white. One of the other things that I did was I installed an exhaust fan that brings in fresh air or pushes out hot air. If you notice up here, I built this awning. This awning is a great place to not only stand in the shade, but it also helps me collect rainwater because I don't have any electricity or running water at this site. So how I set this container up is it's leaning a little bit to my right and a little bit to the back. This corrugated metal roofing here allows all the water to flow down these channels and into this collection system that I have that we're then able to just, with pressure from the barrels, wash our hands or get water on site. So my roof here, or my awning, is actually made of corrugated metal that I got free from a job. These trusses or supports right here are actually from a stone company. And if you imagine these, how they're horizontal now, what they were used for was vertically in the back of a truck to hold stone in like an A-frame type shape. So what I did is I took the longer pieces off and I cut them. I welded them to the container here and then attached them with these pins. So that at any time, if I want to move my setup, all I have to do is pull these pins and the entire container comes off and becomes roadworthy.
Whoa, wait, dude, look at this. You literally, that's a neodymium magnet?
Yeah, you just got to pull down. And then I don't have to worry about the wind slamming my door anymore. And there you go. So being a tree service, obviously I get a lot of firewood for free at no cost. And not having any water or electricity out here, I needed to come up with an efficient way to keep myself warm while we're working in the winter. Let's go check it out. The obvious choice was this $150 wood stove that I got from the farm store down the road. Those who burn wood know that sometimes you have a problem or an issue getting positive flow, which means that as the fire starts to burn, more often than not, you'll get smoke billowing back because you haven't built up enough heat yet to push the smoke out. That's what we didn't want. So to get the positive flow of air that I want when I'm first starting a fire, I had to install this fan system, which runs on 12 volt, but also runs on my solar system. What this does is it's able to force in air into the container to force out the smoke from when the fire first starts going and when it gets hot. There's several different speeds on this. It also goes in the wintertime to force the smoke from the wood burning stove out. But in the summer now when it's hot, since it's high, I can have it blow out the hot air and draw in cooler air. So it's seasonal, both ways working. It's a little congested in here today, and that's because my main work truck that holds the majority of my tools is in the shop. Normally this is a big wide open space. This is a cot for whenever I get tired and just want to lay down and catch a quick 5-minute snooze or relax on my back, get off my feet, no problem. Aside from the fireplace here and the air ventilation system that I've showed you, the rest of this unit runs on solar power, which the panels are on the roof. All of that solar power comes down to this charge controller and then goes down to these batteries here. These batteries here, between the two of them, have around 300 to 400, I think, amp hours that work, which is great because the only thing I'm really running here is my security system, which is also solar, but the internet is provided by the batteries, and then these simple rope lights that whenever I need them, I just twist them and they're on. For bigger power needs, I have a generator that I picked up out of the trash and got running at no cost, and I use that to sharpen saws, sharpen stump grinder teeth, or play music. Let's go check that out. So as I was saying earlier about this generator that I garbage picked, it's actually right behind me here. It's a Champion global power equipment generator that's got 4,000 starting watts and 3,500 running watts. That pretty much runs anything that I need to as far as heavy tools and equipment, which the first piece I'm gonna show here is my custom stump grinder tooth sharpening setup.
Oh, dude, this is how you were just sharpening when I first got here.
So because it's carbide, we need to wear a mask. This thing releases a lot of toxins that you don't want to breathe in or that you really want to be downwind from. So right now, I'm going to put this on to be safe. First things first, we got to start up the generator here. Now I'm going to insert my tooth into the drill press. You can see here that this tooth is completely rounded out. It's done, it's at the end of its life, it's not going to cut anything, but we're going to change that in about 30 seconds. Watch. So what you're about to see is this diamond plated sharpening wheel spinning vertically as the tooth itself is spinning horizontally. We're going to put a light amount of pressure down on this wheel and we're going to sharpen this thing right up. And just like that, we've got a brand new stump grinder tooth ready to go. This pencil here is called a dressing pencil, and what it does is it knocks all of the extra metal material off of this sharpening wheel so that you've got the sharpest wheel possible to be the most efficient. You don't got any sort of drag or smooth surfaces or anything like that. So it's really important that while you're sharpening, every now and then you tap it with this. Now let's check out what we did.
Wait, dude, I was dropping $120 for my stump grinding teeth, and I gave them to him and he sharpened them all for free in like 10 minutes.
So just to compare what it looked like before, this was the dull tooth, and as you saw in about 15-20 seconds, this is the sharp tooth, which is razor sharp, brand new, back to ready to use, no issues. Also about $120 for 10 of them, and then you have to wait for them in the mail, which means that you have to keep an extra set on you. Now I don't have to do that anymore, because it got to the point where I kept on to all of my old teeth, but I've accumulated so many that it was just a $1,000 bucket of old teeth that weren't usable. Now I can turn all of these old ones back new again, as quick as you just saw.
If you want the next level of help in your business, you gotta check out the Untrapped Alliance. It's my private group, and we go live every other Wednesday night for about 90 minutes and help you with your business. We also have special guest experts on that will teach you marketing, how to put systems in your business, hire employees, how to delegate, how to get better at social media, know your numbers, and you can join for free. You can try it for 2 weeks by going to keithkelfis.com/alliance, and I'll see you on Wednesday night's call. Just click the link below.
So as a tree removal company, I obviously have a lot of firewood, which only makes sense for me to turn around and split to turn into a further profit rather than having to pay to get rid of something that could otherwise make me money. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with a setup and a machine like this, just a traditional wood splitter. This guy is great. It's held me on for a lot of years. It actually lifts the wood up for me, and then by pressing the lever, splits the wood. That was great, but it wasn't efficient. It required a lot of extra work. I have to first cut the wood, load the wood onto the lift, then split the wood, and then push it away manually while somebody else was stacking it. This year, I decided to make a big change and step up my game. Let's check it out. So my upgrade this year was a very affordable wood processing unit made in Canada, very durable, very strong, very reliable. It's called the Red Runner, and this is the deluxe model, which means that it can cut up to 16 inches and split 6 different ways. Everything is automatic, including the feed that comes in right here in front of me and the chute that goes out. I'm going to show you how it works right now. So this right here is the front of the machine. You can see it's powered by this Honda GX390, which is a great motor. It starts every time. First things first, before you turn on this machine, you want to make sure that all your levers are off and that your automatic oiler is on. To turn it on, all you have to do is flip that switch there. Next, we come to the motor, we put it in choke, and we turn the key. It's that simple. Now you're ready to split some firewood. So this is obviously the conveyor. What it does is it shoots the already split firewood out, it raises up, and it also swings 160 degrees either way, so you can make a huge pile. Or you can raise it up high enough that you can actually spit your pieces into somebody's trailer or your own trailer. The splitter right here is a 6-way splitter, and it's not hand operated, it's actually hydraulically raised and lowered. I'm going to show you that now. All the way down for the 6-way, all the way up for a 1-way or 2-way. After the pieces are cut, they drop into this belly here, and the ram automatically comes out to push to the splitter once that saw is back in a safe position. These are the basic controls here that help you feed the log from the original conveyor into the cutting system. Then you cut, and it automatically conveys them out the end of the other conveyor. So one of the things I could have bought for this setup was what they call a live table. A live table is what you set your logs up on, and then it automatically feeds them. But one, I don't have a loader big enough, and I'm not gonna buy one. Two, this is a much cheaper and affordable option. I'm gonna explain what I did here. So this is a 24-foot long U-line gravity conveyor, which means that as items are being pushed along it, it's going to go in whatever shape the conveyor is formed to. That allows me to put as many logs as I can on here and then effectively feed them into the machine with little effort. So now that we're done, there's something else I want to show you, which is the catch system here. What this machine wants to do as it's cutting is shoot all of the sawdust onto this flap and into this receptacle. This receptacle then dumps on the ground, and if you're not paying attention, you're just gonna end up with a mountain of sawdust. So an easy way to contain that is I put this catch can here underneath, then just dump it right in the trailer when I'm done. No cleanup. So that's the 2025 update of William at Young Masters Tree Service. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you like what I do, and I'll see you next year. Peace.